coming in, I was like Jesus Christ walking on water, like just in and out of game and like the practice and everything leading up. But it's good to be humble sometimes and hopefully bounce back and carry through and win through the lower bracket.
Hello, I'm Niall McCrossan, formerly of the Score Esports, and I'm joined by Xeppaa after Cloud9's loss to G2 in the middle bracket at VCT America's Kickoff. Obviously not the result that you guys wanted, Xeppaa. I did see Imi's tweet, though, where he kind of said that G2, it feels like they always kind of have your guys' number. So I want to start by asking, like, what makes G2 such a difficult opponent for you guys, and what are some of your takeaways from today's match?
Um, I would say in general why G2 is just a good team. I think they're fundamentally sound. I think their biggest asset is being able to capitalize on every small or big mistake a team makes, and they kind of do it instantly. But yeah, I think it's just the way they play and being able to make the other team make mistakes and them capitalizing is probably like one of the reason why they're one of the best teams. And other than that, I mean, we just have to make less mistakes to win the games, as easy or as easy as it sounds. But other than that, I think back to the drawing board, one last chance and hopefully win.
Yeah, so obviously it's been a tough couple weeks for you guys. Demon One held things down and filled in for Oxy, who was dealing with some personal reasons. He did a great job as a stand-in, but how big of a boost is it for you guys to have Francis back? Like, not just for his firepower, but for the vibes that he brings to the team.
I mean, he is the heart and soul of the team, and I think everything that Francis provides is everything that we need. Honestly, I have to say, obviously, I mean, Demon One's a great player. Obviously, with all the chemistry and the synergy we had with Francis and all the effort we put in with him before the team, it was unfortunate that he couldn't show for the last two matches due to but having Francis back has honestly been amazing.
Yeah, and on Corrode we saw Francis swap to the Vito instead of like
Yeah.
Penny being on there. I believe I saw Penny play it maybe during the off season. But I just want to ask, like, how you guys decided on that comp. Like, was it inspired by 100 Thieves at all, or how did you come up with it?
I know we actually played that comp after the season started and like way before anything. I know we were doing a little trial on like multiple comps and trying to see what we like. But that was one of the OG comps that we first did play. Um, it's kind of something we had in the back pocket, and obviously with 100 Thieves playing it, I guess it was inspired. But I mean, like I said, we practiced before, and they made it look good. So obviously just watching them and knowing that the comp is looking like it works for them, it was gonna work for us too. So
So you inspired them, and then and
I,
then you,
I wouldn't say that. I don't even know if we played them with that comp in the
yeah,
offseason. So I mean, honestly, it was good on them that they played it.
yeah,
They made it look incredible.
they kind of showed you that it works, I guess.
It worked, yeah.
And what did you think about G2's comp on Crowd? Because I talked to Trent, and he mentioned that they actually took inspiration from Sleepers in Tier 2. But did you
hmm
expect to see the ISO out of Baby Bay?
No, definitely not. Did not expect double duelists. We knew how the comp was played, and I feel like we had the momentum and the momentum of the game, and being up what it was like 7-1 first half. I feel like we could have closed it out a lot better. Like the half could have been at least like a 9-3, But at the end of the day, we didn't get the result we wanted. But I think we had a good feeling how they were gonna play when we saw the comp.
Yeah, and I have a few more meta-related questions and some questions about other Americas teams, if that's cool.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
want to ask about the duelist meta first, because obviously we saw Yoru and Waylay receive some slight nerfs at the end of last year, but Riot also
Mhm.
decided to nerf like pretty much every every bit of util in the game.
Yeah.
So some of the like mosquito comp, like Yoru Waylay agents, still feel pretty strong, and I've seen a lot of people still call for nerfs. But do you think that there's still a problem, or how do you feel about the current duelist meta?
I think Yoru is balance. I think what makes it broken is the Waylay. I think Waylay just in general just not a fun agent to play against. I'm sure a lot of people would say, and I think her kit's kind of broken. She could use so much to just do random things and just be able to punish anybody in the game. And I feel like there's so many ways you can play, and that's why I feel like a secondary duelist with Waylay in general just makes the secondary duelist like Yoru look incredible. But I'm hoping they would nerf Waylay down the line, but yeah, Waylay is broken.
Yeah, I mean, I hate playing against it personally in ranked, but I'm like on the
Definitely
fence.
not
I'm on
fun.
the fence as a spectator. because like there's some rounds where I'm like, oh shit, that was a sick play, but other rounds where I'm like, this is
Oh
just
no,
stupid.
yeah. I mean, you can get away with so much things. Like honestly, feel like if a person or any team who plays Waylay can literally run the shotgun, like play a shorty, literally just a shorty and get one every round if they wanted to. I feel like that's just not a good way to have an agent play the game, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and like speaking about the shorty, like that's another weapon that I've seen a lot of people call for nerfs. For
Yeah.
like honestly
I
years.
mean,
Like
I don't
it, yeah.
honestly, I don't know how you would nerf the gun to where it's not even usable. I think the way it is fine. I think it's just Waylay. Waylay just makes everything seem broken. So I feel like the shorty itself is as best as it can be right now.
So what about Yoru? Like you keep saying Waylay, and like I totally agree, but a lot of people
Yeah.
also have said that they believe that Yoru deserves some nerfs, like further nerfs as well. But like, what do you think?
Like I said, I think if a team is running solo Yoru, I think it's not as good as it can be with a Waylay
Yeah.
or any secondary duelist. To be honest, I feel like if you're running a single duelist Yoru comp, I think it plays just right. Like I don't think it's broken, especially after the nerf they had where you can't throw any util. Like I just feel like the agent's pretty balanced in that sense. But again, like I said, like if you're double duelist, Waylay plus anything would the most part just seem broken.
Hmm. And as the team's initiator, I want to ask you about the Odin as well.
Yeah,
Because rather than nerfing the gun, Riot decided to remove some of the wall bangable spots on
yeah.
Corrode and they changed mid on Haven slightly. But do you think that that was enough? Is the Odin still a problem in your mind, or do you think it's maybe just
I mean,
Brock?
I think I just think the way the games and the maps are, like most things being very penetrable, I think the Odin is just gonna be like the gun, to use. And I think all around, it's hard. I don't know how you would even nerf the Odin, but I feel like just the way the gun is just like it's kind of just made for the game. And I feel like anyone who uses the gun is like can make it seem very good. And props to Brock because he's amazing with that gun.
Yeah, next I want to ask you about Furia, because we all saw the memes
Mm.
in the off season. Like if you laugh, you go to the Furia rebuild. But now, like MIBR, they have three opportunities to qualify for Master Santiago. So first
Yeah.
off, what did you think? Like seeing the community kind of just meme on this team before actually seeing them play, and then secondly, do you think they're like actually the real deal, or is this just a honeymoon phase right now?
To be honest, in the offseason, the whole thing, I didn't really see any memes, to be honest. I didn't even know that was a thing. But honestly, I'm happy for them because any new team, any team that just form and they look good and play incredible and actually win, it's always fun to watch. I mean, they definitely look good. I wouldn't say unbeatable. Like I don't think any team's unbeatable. I think it's just on the day, and I feel like watching them beat G2, I feel like I think everybody had G2 winning that game, but not that I knew. I had a feeling Fury could win, and they proved it to everybody, and they look good doing it.
Yeah, and then I also want to ask about MIBR because on paper that team was like considered a super team throughout the offseason. Now that we've
Yeah,
actually seen them play, though, how dangerous do you think they actually are? Not just maybe within Americas, but potentially even internationally.
I think my biggest thing, at least with like during this kickoff, is especially with that team, is they're a new team, and obviously, quote unquote super team. I think for the most part, I feel like everybody looks at them as in like they know that they're going to be a very good team down the line, having the players they have.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like with this kickoff, it's just them like kind of building the synergy and like everything all around as a team. And I don't know if I expect them to be the best, but I think they'd be really good down the line for sure.
Yeah, do you think that this is actually like the most stacked that the Americas region has ever been?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like most years we'd have a single team that's like you kind of just look at them and like they're gonna be the worst. And I feel like I can't even say crew would be the worst because they don't have their team. And I guess like I mean you have Loud, but I feel like everyone on paper, as a team they don't look great, but it's kickoff, and I'm sure they're trying to fix everything they have over there. And I think on paper everybody does look like they have a good team.
Yeah, so moving on, you guys play the winner of Lev versus Sentinels. You still have one last life in the lower bracket, but who would you rather play? Who do you actually think you'll play? And then how are you feeling just throughout the rest of the tournament?
I mean, I'm feeling great. Honestly, I'm not the happiest because I feel like against G2, I feel like I didn't play the best. knowing coming in, I was like Jesus Christ walking on water, like just in and out of game and like the practice and everything leading up. But it's good to be humble sometimes and hopefully bounce back and carry through and win through the lower bracket. But I don't. I feel like Lev would win because they have Neon now. And Sen wasn't looking the best, but I can also see Sen win. I feel like it is more of a banger match to play Sen than Lev because we already played Lev, even though they have Neon. It's a good story to have Zeus playing Sen and but I think I would want to play Sen, but I think Lev would win.
All right. I saw that you made a deal with Tens for one of his Wu-Tang keyboards a few weeks back. And I'm working on a video about it, so I'm actually just wondering if you managed to get your hands on his Wu-Tang collabs yet.
No. I mean, at the end of the day, I was just doing it for content. I really don't mind. I already have a looting. But yeah, I mean, I'm not pushing him or anything like that, but it was just content for me to, to leave my ex lover Jordan.
That's fair. Well, I mean, can I ask at least, like as a pro player, what would you say makes Wu-Tang kind of like the GOAT when it comes to attack FPS keyboards?
I think they were just the first keyboard company to have actuation points and like make everything less sensitive, more sensitive. Like you being able to control each of the keys, and I feel like I mean a lot of companies are now doing it too, but I think it's because they were the first and they did it really good, and I feel like that's why Hooting is why Hooting.
All right, and the next I have a more personal question here for you. You're a player who's received like a lot of criticism from the community over the years, and I just want to ask like how that affects you. Like, are you able to use that as fuel, as extra motivation to perform, or how does it impact you personally?
I can't really say it impacted me in any type of way. I feel like if as a competitor, you yourself is always your most critical, and I feel like me, I mean, I'm very self-aware of why I play better, like what I can do to improve myself. Um, but I guess you can say sometimes you use motivation, but not really. For me personally, I kind of just live on my day, win, lose, gotta improve, be better, and at the end of the day, uh, the best win is always the next one. So that's why I just want to qualify and win.
All right, and then finally, you're the last remaining member of the C9 roster who qualified for champions back in 2021, the last international event that the org went to, excluding lock-in. So, what would it
Mhm.
mean for you as a player to break that streak and to qualify for Masters Santiago?
Shit, it mean a lot because if I don't, I'll be working at McDonald's real soon.
I hope not. I hope not for your sake. But yeah, we're all out of time, Zeppa. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank
Good
you.
luck in your next game, Eric. Take care.
Thank you so much. You too.
Bye.